Well, there's some crazy explosive markets going on at the moment. So I raised the question, what is going on? And that's what we're going to discuss in this very short presentation. What I want to show you here is the range of companies and just how volatile some of these are. Occidental Petroleum, which I've spoken about elsewhere. But put that to one side, 21% down in just 5 days. In just 5 days. Somebody like Halliburton, which is massive, something like Halliburton, which is massive, multi-billion-dollar company, 44% volatility. So several points I want to raise. In a short space of just 5 days, you could be looking at 20% losses in this type of market. If you want to avoid that, you want volatilities well under 20%, closer to 8%. The other point I want to make is there's very few companies which have been up over 5 days, over 3 months, and over 6 months. In fact, when you take a sample size this big, you've only got one. Vertex Pharmaceuticals. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a good company. I'm just talking about momentum there. We've got to look at more than momentum alone. But thankfully, it has relatively low volatility as well. So what's happening in this market? Well, you could well be down 22% if you have high volatility stocks. And there's very few companies which are just going up. Okay, well, you might say, well, thanks for telling us what we already knew. Well, sometimes it's useful to have that pointed out to you. What I think will probably end up happening with the market is something like what's happened to PayPal. I didn't expect the falls to be as sharp as they've been. 77% there, you can see. You can just see the number there. The number 77. Let me just zoom in there. Okay. And that's been the fall from peak to trough within the space of under a year. The issue now is, has it hit a base? Well, several points I want to make here. See all those Bs? All those Bs mean where analysts have said it's a buy. And you might say, well, wow, that's amazing, Alpesh. We must have hit the base because look, all those analysts are saying it's a buy now. Well, actually, they were saying it was a buy when it was near the peak of the market, but not so many, obviously. So if we have, with this tech and other tech stocks, hit a base, does that mean that they're about to rebound back as quickly as they fell? Because if they are, then you're about to get a fourfold return in 12 months on PayPal. That's what the maths would suggest. I doubt it. I think what will more likely happen if we have a base in this and other fundamentally sound technology companies is you will get most likely the median case over the space of a year about an 11% rise. However, if they're fundamentally sound, you're at least putting yourself in a position where you might get a 22% rise, maybe even a 40% rise if the markets sharply recover, but you shouldn't get much to the downside. So it's a game of probabilities, more likely to be up than down is what I am saying with this one. Okay, am I calling the bottom on it yet? No, I'm going to give it another week. Let's just wait another week, but it does look close. Okay, so that's an insight into where I think things may well be going. Hopefully you found that all useful. Please don't forget to like, link, whatever, depending on where you're watching this, and follow for more.